there.
Hey everybody.
How you doing?
Hey, we're just out taking a walk. It's a real nice night out tonight. We've had a ton of rain, real cold weather, and so we're excited to be out walking around the yard. We're out by the chicken coop, and it's time to get chickens. We started our coop last year. I got this built. I've got just a few more things to do on it, but Ben has already given me 6 baby bantam chicks, and they're going to need a home.
Yeah, and we weren't really ready for chicks. It takes us a while to research, and we really think it through. So Ben told us, hey, we got some chicks. I'm getting some chicks. Why don't you take some of mine? It's like kids. You're never ready. You never have enough money. You never have everything in order. So it's time for chicks, whether we feel like it or not, or whether we're ready or not.
Yeah, so we thought we'd just kind of share this with you. Maybe you're thinking about getting chickens. You maybe already have chickens. We're really excited. So in case you didn't see my video that we posted last fall, I built this chicken coop behind me. It's 4 foot wide, 12 feet long. It's on like a platform off the ground. So if I have to, I could pull it with a mower and move it to a different position. I've got 2 big doors here on the side that open up, and I can put the wheelbarrow right underneath it here, you know, pull everything out periodically. We're going to do that deep bed method, but the idea is that I'm going to use the chickens for composting. One of my favorite YouTubers with chickens is Edible Acres. Don't know the guy, but just fascinated with his videos. I learned a lot from him, and I'm really impressed with how he uses the natural, what am I trying to say? Like what chickens do, they scratch. And so he puts all his compost in there and lets them turn it for him.
Yeah, so anyway, we have some ideas. We want to move the chicken coop, which is going to kind of be an ordeal here.
Yeah, we'll walk a little bit.
It's heavy. So we'd like to move it more from the back of our house to the side of our house. Because we thought in the winter we're going to see them a lot better. The kids, you know, can be in their sunroom playing, and they can look out the window and see the chickens. If it's in the back of the house, we're not going to see them.
So now we put it over here to keep it safer. But basically, this is the west side of our house. Beautiful sunset here you can see. But there's this nice split rail fence that's already got hardware cloth or fencing on it. Sorry, I think 2 by 4 inch, and we can kind of support that a little bit more. But we're going to basically save money by using this as one side of the fence, and we're going to go all the way down, or most of the way down, this fence row behind us, and create kind of like probably like a 3 or 4 foot wide long chicken run along here. And we're just going to put some matching wire fencing up with some T-posts on this side, and the chicken coop the ramp will go right down into that. So it's going to cut our fencing costs in half. We do not have problems with predators here. Very rarely see a hawk flying around. So we're hoping that we're going to try it without a covering to keep the cost down. They'll be locked up at night in this nice coop, so they'll be safe. Kids are always out here during the day. And we're just figuring we're going to try that, and if it works, then we're good. And if we have problems, I'll make some coverings that would lay across the top of the fence.
So we'll show you where we're going to put it, and also I wanted to take you across the street because there's an old part of the chicken coop that the previous owners had. It actually has had some wind damage now, but we thought we would fix it up and put it over here where we would actually have the chicken coop come inside of this little covering, I guess is what it'll be. So of course I have it Pinterest. I have some ideas on Pinterest. Yeah. And it's super cute. So
it was actually a pretty tough decision. I was surprised because we went back and forth with a lot of different ideas. We had thought about making a chicken tractor and moving it around our yard, but I didn't really want to have to move it every day, and I really didn't want to have manure and stuff all over our grass and have it uneven and patchy with all the nitrogen and stuff. And then we thought on this part of our house here, we thought about fencing it in here where this tree is and just coming right across the yard. And then we looked at the cost for fencing and just kind of permanently dedicating our yard to the chickens. Hey, Fifi. And this is Fifi. It's our new.
Somebody dropped her off.
Yep, but she's a new mommy.
Yes, yes. So we have kittens.
Yep.
Again. We need to get
If
her
anybody needs cats,
taken care of.
let me know. Maybe when we get our 1,000 subscribers, we'll give some cats away as prizes. Who knows? You could be the lucky winner. So anyway, we decided to, against doing that, I didn't want to have a big chunk of my yard dedicated because we're just on 1 acre. And so, you know, we've got this perimeter, this fencing all around our yard. So we just thought we'd save the money. And it's always a pain to mow along there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So
Your string trimming, you can never get close enough. And I thought, you know, if I put the chickens up against there, they'll keep the weeds down. It'll give them enough room to free range. And ticks.
yeah, our goal again is ticks. We just did another video on ticks.
Yep.
We've even looked at maybe spraying our yard with essential oils for ticks.
Yep.
Actually, Chuck's
cedar
brother,
oil.
yeah, cedar oil. Chuck's brother in Boston, when he was here visiting last summer, said that somebody comes out and does that and
Yeah.
sprays the yard. I don't think it lasts forever, but you have to have it done every so many months. But
So we're just thinking, you know, having the chickens, might as well put them to work so they can turn the compost, they can help keep the ticks down, and help keep the weeds down.
so we're gonna take you across the street. Like I said, I really like this structure that the previous owners used with the chicken coop. It just needs a new roof. The metal on top of it blew off, bent up when we had the big windstorms. Crossing our street.
Yep.
The land is divided.
Everywhere I look, I see projects.
Projects everywhere. We bought this old farmhouse going on 3 years ago in July, and all I could think of is how cute it's going to be. And Chuck looked around and saw all the work.
Yep.
Well, I didn't see all the work until we moved in. So now, yes, there is a project everywhere to be done. New porch, probably new roof pretty soon.
We'll come over this way.
Lots of things that we need to
So
do.
you can see it behind us here, but this is, come up, honey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's now this did blow over one of our previous videos. This this winter we had really crazy strong winds, like 65-mile-an-hour winds one night. And it totally flipped this over, but it's got a nice galvanized roof, which I kind of bent back into shape. But it's, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, gosh, 5 foot by 6 or 7 feet.
It's got a nice door on it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, part of homesteading is you just got to learn to work with what you've got, save money, and take advantage of materials. So when we took the old chicken coop apart.
Which you see in the background all over.
Yeah, yeah.
Chuck and I still need to pick all of this up and figure out what we're going to use and get rid of.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to use this. And so what I'm thinking is I'll have our chicken coop ramp, the little gangplank that will walk down. It'll come right into this. And then I'm going to use this as a shelter to hang their food and water, so it's always covered and it's out of the rain. And I don't want to keep the food and the water in the coop itself. But they'll have access to this, and it'll protect them if it's too sunny or if it's raining outside. It'll give them a dry spot.
My goal too is to put around the outside of this structure here just some flowers, and also just I would like to plant some flowers as well that they would like to eat, you know, that they can eat.
Yeah.
We have a botanical garden sale coming up for Mother's Day, so I'm looking forward to that this weekend.
Yep.
We can get some fun stuff. I'm hoping to get a lot of lavender. I would like to just do the whole front yard where the porch is in lavender.
Yeah. While we're out here, let's go over to the shed maybe, and
Sure.
we can talk a little bit about that. So
The
Back-
shed needs some repairs.
back over here is our fruit trees that we planted when we first moved in. They're looking really good.
They're blooming.
Yep, this one here is our cherry tree, and this one back here that's not blooming yet is a nice peach tree.
We got some buds too, flower buds on the grapes.
Yeah, blossoms,
Blossoms.
just kind of starting. This is this one here is dwarf fire crisp. Had some nice apples off that this year or last fall, and this here is a honey crisp.
So we have some weeding to do. This was our asparagus. This is all gonna need weeded. That's my
We're behind.
But we're behind.
We're behind.
This is my goal in the next few days.
And we don't do this full time. I've got full time work, and Joanna works.
I work
full time with kids and and another part time job as a counselor.
Our strawberries are coming back up.
Yeah, strawberries are coming back up.
We are really surprised.
They survived. We have to get in here and weed, but what's here is looking pretty healthy, so I'm encouraged by that. We did 5 different varieties. So here, come over and we can look at I'll twist this around. So this was a shed that was already here, and I built about 15 years ago, those Adirondack chairs with a friend of mine. They've held up pretty well.
Until we had a dog that chewed them up.
Other than a big puppy that chewed on them, but
so it needs some help.
Yeah, but we really like this. This is a really nice big shed. I think it's like 10 by 12 or 12 by 14, and so it needs a little repair work on it, a little upkeep. But one of the things I was thinking about doing is turning this into a potting shed, and so we'll store our garden tools and materials out here. But it's so big and it's got a loft up in it and it's got lights in it that I think I'd like to turn that into a potting shed. And something I've been wanting to do, kind of inspired by other people online, is putting a greenhouse in. And so what I was thinking about, this is probably the first time I didn't tell you this.
Oh, he always has ideas that pop up and I'm not really sure where they came from.
So what I was thinking about doing is just coming off this and extending it out this way and kind of mimicking the same gambrel roof, and just having it come out so when you walk in this way, you'll walk through the greenhouse and then into the potting shed. And this back here faces south, so it'd be all nice sunshine in here, and it'd be convenient to transplant into the garden and be right by the potting shed.
Oh, nice.
What do you think about that?
I like it.
All
I
right.
like it. Put it in the budget.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be a good project though to do.
Definitely. Fun. So yeah, as I'm mowing today, I'm getting all these ideas myself. Just wanting to get everything cleaned up, looking nice, now that the weather's looking a little bit better.
Yep. So I'm sure everybody else out there is excited. I know we were a little bit jealous when Jenna and Ben stopped down in Kentucky to see stivers.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Hey guys, I couldn't believe it when we called them. It was like, what was it here, like in the 50s, and it was like almost 90 degrees there.
It was a little cold.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So we're just real thankful. We're real happy to get started. You know, we had all winter to think about what we want to do, and
we're ready to go.
Time to pull the trigger.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us, and spread the word, because we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and we really want to see that happen. We've been working hard at it, and so we're glad that you're joining us and you're and supporting us by watching. And when we hit 1,000, we got some cool prizes that we're going to give away.
Yeah, some fun ones.
All right. So have a great night.
See ya.
See ya.